Hello, Collective. Elsie here. I thought I would just come down and throw a few cards for a collective read. We haven't done one in a few days, and so I thought I'd come by here and give you one. So what's a collective read? Well, it means that it's for everybody. When you log in here, you're looking for signs and symbols that maybe this might be your reading, and I will call all of those out for you so you can know. But please put on your intuitive hat, and these readings are a little hard for you if you might not be in touch with your intuition. So that's what I aim to do when I do these collective readings, try and get you more in touch with your intuition. So thank you for clicking here, whether you are new or my ride or die. Thank you for clicking here and watching. Here we go. Let's find out. These are timeless reads, by the way. No dates or times. Tell me what's coming up for the collective, please. We've got Love Begins. All right. So it looks like there are two people who are becoming one. Feels like a really easy flowing relationship. I want to say for some of you, this is the rainbow. You know, after the storm, I feel like you've been through a storm as it pertains to being in relationships. Maybe they haven't gone well. I feel like you pour as much as you can into it, and then you hope it'll work, but I feel like you've been having a hard time. Well, that hard time is over, Collective. It is. We've got Prosperity Begins. Look, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So you definitely are on a brand new path of love. Whether that's with someone you already know or someone that you're about to meet, could be indicated here with the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So whether you already know this person or whether you don't, I feel like there is some sort of a renewal happening here. So a renewal of vows, a renewal of love, a renewal of our prosperity, our stability, the way we depend on each other. I feel like there's a renewal here. And then we have Choose Wisely. So I feel like this is all a choice, and it has been a choice all along. And sometimes we feel like it's not in our realm, or it's not in our wheelhouse, or we can't see it. So how am I supposed to choose if I can't see it? Well, I feel like we do that in a way from our mind to our source, whether it's prayer or meditation. I feel like we make those choices as we say our prayers or as we meditate on the things that we want. And I feel like for somebody here, things are about to turn around, and it's because you're choosing wisely. And I want to say with these two, they are slow energies, right? The Pentacle energy is a slow growth. It's a very slow growth. We move slow, we root, we get stability first, and then things begin to grow. And love, this Ace of Cups is the same way. It's passive energy. It's not aggressive energy. It's not fire, and it's not swords. It's love. So I feel like you are taking your time to choose wisely about something here, and it is going to give you a new beginning, whether that is a new love or a renewal of something, where something is growing. We do have Deception and Envy. Bottom of the deck is Heart Chakra. So we do have, I feel, in the future that you need to be a little bit careful, because it does feel like there is somebody here who maybe has some envy about the way your life is right now, Collective. And we do have the Heart Chakra as well. So I feel like you are going to be making gains in the heart chakra department, and I feel like not everybody's going to be happy for you, because some people are kind of living in misery or sadness or depression, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing anyone, but we live in the blues sometimes because we allow whatever's going on to tank us or get us down. And I feel like you're not allowing that to happen. I feel like you are opening your heart anyway, and these people are going to have to get used to looking at you from under the mask, because I feel like after this period of suffering and silence, where you maybe were in the dark and the moon energy trying to figure out your stuff, trying to figure you out, you're in the midst of conflict and defeat. And I feel like I don't think you really ever have to earn it from the universe, but I feel like it's time for your reward. I feel like it's time for your karmic reward, my friend, because it's been super tough for you. That's what it feels like. This has been a really hard cycle for you. All right. Tell me what's going on here, please, for the Collective. So I do feel like we have Pentacle energy here, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have water energy here. I feel like both of these are water energy, and it is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. There's two birds on this card, right? So it feels like there is a choice that needs to be made, maybe about a coupling or flying off with somebody. Let's find out what's going on here. Tell me, tell me about love begins, please. Tell me about love begins. This seems like a bright spot after a storm. So if you've been living in under stormy skies for a while, literally or figuratively, I feel like it's about to get easier for you. We have the Two of Pentacles. There it is. You begin to get your balance in something. So it feels like you are being reminded with the Two of Pentacles, this being the past, this being the future. And I feel like you are supposed to be reminded to to keep yourself centered, to stay in the present moment, and to stay balanced. Because something here is about to reveal itself to you. Tell me more. We have justice. So you are getting justice in love. Look at that. You are getting karmic justice. So, and don't get caught up in the word karmic. We're all in karmic cycles here, all of us in this life. And what I want to say is it feels like there is some sort of balance. Like both of these are indicating to me that there's great balance coming, that once you get your footing, it really works into the major arcana. And this is minor and major, which means that the universe sees you really trying hard to keep your balance and stay centered. And the universe says, okay, I get it. This is what you want. This is your wish fulfillment here. So I feel like your wish fulfillment is to get some balance in this romantic realm. That's what I think, is to finally take a leap of faith, or have someone ask you to take a leap of faith. For some of you, it could be an Aries or a Libra, or maybe you are an Aries or a Libra. Tell me about the prosperity that begins here, please, for the collective. Tell me about the prosperity begins. Because it feels like whatever starts out in love ends up rooting itself, and then it ends up causing a new beginning and a path of abundance here. We have the Ace of Wands, so you catch somebody's eye and you begin to get reciprocity, or give it, take it as it resonates, and it quickly moves you to a place of wanting to make a decision, right? That's what that is. The Two of Wands is a passionate decision. It's a decision to go out on the adventure, and I think that you've already made the decision by the time prosperity begins. You've already made the decision because she's holding on to the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is right here. It's a brand new, exciting, creative, something that puts a fire in you. And whatever you're doing here, whatever decision you make to go on this adventure, is being followed up by the Six of Pentacles, which means that you might have someone to go with. You're giving reciprocity to someone. You might be traveling with someone. And it does feel like there is, with this prosperity begins, that's kind of like the beginning of something that's really, really beautiful. Like I feel like you're going to end up choosing this person here. Tell me more about choose wisely. Tell me more about choose wisely. You are making a choice, and you're being asked to choose wisely. You're being asked to choose someone who is going to give you reciprocity as much as you give them. That means you're not going to have to chase them. It means that you're not going to have to wait for their reply when you text them. This is someone who's very much in the 3D about how they deal in making passionate decisions to go on new paths. This is somebody who's very grounded in the 3D here. Tell me about choose wisely. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So you are single. So I feel like I am speaking to someone who's possibly single. And if you're not single, I think you're someone who has recently become quite stable in your energy as an entrepreneur. Maybe you have a business that you're building. I feel like you are very confident that it's going to work out. I feel like for some of you, you've built something from the ground up. So whether that to you is a new life or your own life, or maybe you moved to someplace far away from your family. But whatever it is, you've done it on your own, and you've not had any help with it. We have the Three of Swords. I think it was because of somebody who disappointed you, or somebody who broke your heart. I want to say that what you did when that happened is you poured yourself into your work, and it just resulted in you flourishing, you really building yourself up in the Pentacle world financially, in confidence. The Three of Swords in the reverse tells me that the Nine of Pentacles, I feel soothed or reduced the pain of the Three of Swords, and I feel like you alchemized it. I feel like you took the pain and you added a little something to it, and you decided that you weren't going to let it break you, that you were going to re-up on that energy, and you were going to alchemize it into power for you. So I feel like you end up being built up by making this choice to not be heartbroken. We do have the High Priestess here. So the choice that you're making, whatever choice you're making and about whom, I think is because of the High Priestess energy. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who has Pisces energy somewhere significant in your chart that would render you kind of psychic. I know, kind of psychic's like a little bit pregnant, but you know what I mean? Maybe you're not sure if you're psychic or not, but you seem to be dreaming about things that come true, or you're able to tell somebody a piece of advice and it works out for them, or it feels like you can see the future in some way. I also want to say that while you're making this decision, while you're really checking in with your psychic self, your intuition, the downloads that the universe is giving you here, while you're, doing whatever you do, you might be a seer, or maybe you're going to consult your cards, your tarot cards, or whatever it is, maybe you throw cards for yourself, but I feel like this is all the process of you choosing wisely. You're remembering how your heart had been broken in the past, but you're also remembering how if it had never gotten broken, maybe you would not have built yourself to here as confident as you are. And when things happen in the past, it's easy to hate them, but if we were to go back and erase them, we would erase who we are. So I feel like you've gotten to this point of the Nine of Pentacles, whether you're single or not. I feel like you've gotten to this point of the Nine of Pentacles because you've chosen to look at the situation with an eye of healing rather than with disdain or anger or grudge holding, that kind of thing. I just want to talk about who love is going to begin with here, because it could be Libra, it could be Aries. Tell me about who love begins with, please, for the collective. Could be someone who is Pisces or Cancer, but I also think that what the moon is saying is, I don't know. I'm not showing you, because maybe if you knew, maybe you would turn away from it. Maybe because that's what happens when we try and push ourselves into things that we're not ready for, and we don't see the value in it because we don't think we need it right now, we turn away from it. And so I feel like the universe is saying, look, I'm not telling you right now. It could be Pisces or Cancer, but I feel like mostly what's happening here is that I feel like things don't look like they are, like things aren't as they seem. I want to say that things are really much closer than they seem, but you can feel it, but you can't see it. And I feel that truly that you can feel it because this is both Piscean energy. And I feel like you are someone who's very vibrational. And so I think for some of you, the reason that there's been a delay, if there's been a delay, is one, I feel like that you had to get your stability, and I feel like you had to be ready for the new beginning, but I also believe what you don't see is what's happening under the surface, and that's what these energies are here. This is what you're thinking, this is the energies that are under the surface, and what's under the surface here is that there must be an ending so something else can begin. So when we ask the universe for something, the universe starts moving things around in order for us to have whatever it is that we're asking for. But in that very connection of asking for what we want and wishing for it, something else must end in order to give us a beginning. So I feel like that's what you're waiting on here. If there's been a long delay, it feels like something must end, or there has to be, something that comes full circle here. It feels like it is an achievement or a milestone of some sort, but I don't know that it has anything to do with you. It might have something to do with the person who love will begin with. That person could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We do have the Three of Wands. See, you're waiting. Yeah, so it does feel like what's happening behind the scenes or under the surface is that the universe is like, yeah, look, this third wand is almost burnt down and you won't be waiting for much longer. Soon you'll be able to make a decision, which is right there. Soon you'll be able to make a decision because love will begin. Tell me what you can't see about prosperity beginning here. We've got the King of Swords. So you might get notified about all of this when it's coming together by an official person. Now, the official person could definitely be someone who's employed as an official person, like a judge or a magistrate or police officer, or, somebody who's a lawyer, psychologist, psychiatrist. It definitely could be that. But it definitely just could be someone in your life that is very honest. So what I feel is happening here is that there's a new beginning coming that you're not aware of. You've been waiting for it, feeling it out, but what you don't realize is something's being prepared for you, because something must end before something can begin. And I feel like that this energy that's here with this prosperity, this might be someone in your life that you really trust. So a parent figure, a best friend, it could be somebody that will only ever tell you the truth, even if it hurts. So I think this is someone you can trust. The information you get from this person is something that you can trust. And it's going to cause a tower. Very interesting. So there is a new beginning that's coming here. And so I feel like you're being prepared at this time, collective, to get your crap together. Get your stuff together. If it feels like you're supposed to work on the healing, or whatever it is that you should be doing right now. You should be practicing taking a leap of faith, or really trying to get into balance, or cleaning up karmic energies, saying sorry to people you may have hurt, and things like that. We've got the Page of Cups, so it comes as a complete and total shock and surprise here. Yeah, that prosperity begins. So I feel like what's going on over here is someone is being prepared for you, and that somebody else, I feel someone you know and trust, is going to bring in a tower and let you, as a surprise. It feels like it's going to shock you or surprise you. That prosperity is going to begin. You're going to have to make a decision about someone who wants to give you reciprocity in a new beginning that you've always wanted. That's what it feels like here. But it feels like there is a messenger coming. Somebody is telling you about this. Tell me who we're talking about. Who is telling the collective about this? It could be someone who's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces. There it is. Here comes the sun. So somebody is coming to tell you something. And I feel like it's going to... it's something that you've already known. It feels like you already know that this new beginning's coming, but you don't know what it is. And you're going to get confirmation from someone that you really, really trust. They're going to say something, that they've talked to somebody, or that they have a piece of information that is going to give you a breakthrough. Now, this person that's giving you the information, collective, they may not even know what message they're sending. So what I mean is this. Let's just use a scenario and say somebody here is being prepared, and why you have to wait is because someone else's relationship is ending. So a relationship with you can begin, whether you know the person or not. Okay, I'm not wishing the end of anyone's relationship, but this is one of the things that must be prepared for you. I feel like this person, the King of Swords, comes to you and brings you some sort of indication, or maybe confirms something you've seen in a dream, something that you've heard, something that you know. It feels like there's a confirmation. They say something or give you some information that causes a tower and a shock. It's like they confirm your intuition. They confirm this intuition and give you some sort of a breakthrough about what you need to do next. So you need to choose wisely. Tell me what's going on under the surface while you're trying to choose wisely. So it looks like there is somebody here who is in a great struggle with themselves, in an internal struggle. An internal struggle, it is indecision. It feels like a bit of competition. I'm not sure if I'm going to win, but maybe I should try and move forward. I feel like I'm catching the thoughts of somebody who is about to make a really big move in their life here, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Somebody here is about to make like a monumental move in their life, and they've been holding back from making this move for a really long time. I feel like they've been fighting themselves, arguing with themselves. Now the High Priestess for sure has to have a person. It feels like somebody here is making a decision to move forward, and in that is going to have to change how they feel, what the indecision is. I feel like this is changing. So somebody is becoming unstuck by the Wheel of Fortune because it's fated and destined. And this is all about change. And when they finally get out of that energy, when they finally change from that energy, they get in the Chariot and they go. So I feel like there is a breakthrough coming. That's what I feel like. There is a big breakthrough coming here. And it is somebody who maybe doesn't want to be friends anymore, possibly. Maybe somebody who would rather be someone in your life who is a lover rather than a friend. Let's use this deck for a moment. I feel like I should give you some energy about who we're talking about. Who are we talking about for the collective, please? Oh, by the way, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and I think I've given you all the others already. Leo in the center. Tell me who we're talking about, please. Somebody possibly who has light eyes, somebody you may have met in the corporate world or who is a corporate person. Maybe they work in the corporate world with money. That's Capricorn. They could possibly be a banker. Maybe they're an earth sign, but they could be possibly someone who's really good with money. Capricorn knows how to make something from nothing. So you could have the light eyes. Maybe they do. Maybe you're the corporate person. Maybe you know how to work with the money. Take it as it resonates. This is not an ex. So this might be someone that you know, but it's not someone you've ever dated. I feel like this person is a friend, someone that you know. We have someone who is coming in to seek clarity, and that's what the Sun is about. Seeks clarity is all about air signs, so it definitely could be an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. If you've been seeing sixes, it's encouragement. It's a divine nudge telling you, look, let go of control. Let me take care of the situation. You just keep doing what you're doing, and this situation is going to resolve itself. You could be someone who is large in stature or tall, and or the other person could be, it says you've already met this person. So that's what I mean. You know them. They're in your wheelhouse. They might be in your life in some respect, but you've never dated them. There's never been a relationship other than friendship. But I feel like it's cooperation, collaboration, friendship, you're on the same team. I feel like somebody doesn't really want the friendship anymore. That's what it feels like. It might be a friendship turning to romance. Because somebody here is trying to make a really big decision. We have seeks material things. So it does feel like with Capricorn, if it's a Capricorn, I feel like you're seeing sixes and this person is coming in. They are a seeker of material things. So they seek to give you stability, balance, and dependability in the 3D world. You could be dealing with someone who's in the corporate world who's going to come in seeking clarity about feelings, and you've already met this person. You could have light eyes, or maybe them. This is not an ex, and one of you is really tall and stature. We have emotionally available. I was supposed to take one more and I didn't know why. And the fives always tell me that there is quick change. So there is quick change coming in here for you, my friends. Whatever sign you are, thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go now and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.